We will do what we can do now. Let's go ahead and begin the process. Just want to set it up. Unify G. Did more. Um, Carlos Kalui. Superboy. Okay, let's begin the process now. Let's get this show overrode. Okay, let's do it. We got a short amount of evil time right now. Doesn't matter. Okay. Today reading. Let me see who is on board. So many posts. Mary and what's the other guy? Mary and Richard Hitman. Okay, we do Richard first and we do Mary. Okay, sound like a winner. Okay, Richard Hitman. Hello, everyone. This is Super Crew, Commander Z Kosau. Today we will be reading of Richard Hitman and Mary. Okay, like a winner. Let's go begin and we go from there. Thank you so much for joining us. Super Crew Commander C will now activate reading healing protocol of Richard. Okay. Okay, here we go. Interesting. Okay, the reading of Richard Hitman will now begin. As I can perceive, Richard is a person going through life in two dominant aspects of his world. Um, the struggle of being emotionally betrayed and abandoned by those who he helped and cared for, and does not show the great gratitude at all that he had put so much effort into the world of his loved one and those surrounding him. He is a giving, sharing individual who always very passionate about helping others above all else. But at the end, the people who he help always show a narrow heart toward him and does not show deep appreciation, and it really upset him because he gives so much and he give his all toward those who he's passionate about, which is he give everything. He give value to his loved one, to his friend, to his he is just a natural humanitarian at heart, but also a very deep individual in relationship to he is very cognitively in tuned with everyone. So he know better which person to help and which person to protect, and even he have intuition and cognitive overview about a person's life, what they are capable of, how can he benefit them. Still, it's always like no matter how much people he help, there's always that this unappreciated attitude and energetic that they don't give well, what he been sharing value as he value everyone that he helped really deeply and strongly because he know there's a lot of suffering people everywhere, and he's a person who like to enjoy wisdom. Yes, hey Anna. Glad you're here. Thank you for keeping me company. Um, hmm Okay, good, good. Um, Back to Richard Hitman. He is a person basically that had cognitive ability very strong because he's very cognitive, intuitionally attuned to everyone, and he know a person need without words. He can perceive their over goal. Their he's like have an understanding of their life goal, of their over goal within their field, and he have a deep intuition about people just naturally because of his many lifetime experience in different world, born in different incarnation. So he naturally is a natural intuitive, intuition, a cognitive individual that he can perceive people naturally, who is real, who is bullshit, who is positive, but no matter how much he give himself in service of humanity or people around that he value, but they never to be 100% appreciated or give him value back. And that really upset him because he don't mind giving everything, but inside he's also felt lonely. He felt a deep sense of abandonment because no matter how good he do for other people in their life, and how much he give his all to other people, it's just never enough uh, that they don't appreciate what he can give, what he bring to the table, and that's like they want more, they want more, they want to, they don't value the thing that he do. They just only looking at the negative thing. They never take thing in a positive light or appreciate it until they lose everything. Then they start thinking about it. So he in a way, on the one hand, Richard is very tired of this kind of perception, how people perceive the relationship that he had with them, and it's just not that it's not it bring him joy anymore. But he understand these people are very young, so these people are very young, and he know he have a duty. He always put duty above everything else. Very committed to duty, and he try not to get take it personally, but he also living in the human world. He sometimes let this human feeling get the best of him, and he's no better too. But what you expect from young soul? But in the moment, he do forget. He do um, rich Richard Richmond do feel a sense of you know sense of loneliness because he can see everything as clear as daylight, intuitionally, cognitively, without word, but other does not come to the same level of perception and understanding. Therefore, they always taking our content, and that's what really put him in a heavy heart sometimes. But yet he continued to help people regardless, to help them in their in relationship to guidance, relationship to the health, relationship to his many aspect that he can give. But if they understand it or not, that's another story. But and that's what he had is a struggle for him sometimes when people does not really see what he does in a positive light or in a positive as perception as in a like appreciation, giving value, but they always just continue to take without sharing something positive back. Uh, and that's what really get to Richard a lot, because of that very nature that people does not show positive light to Richard, in that aspect that he put himself to service though who is around him. So right now Richard is looking toward more self cultivation, personal growth, and trying to find like mind out there in the world that can communicate in the language of cognitive intuition without him saying much, because he reached to the evolutionary point that he don't like to use words anymore. Just more of like just to look, and like cognitive communication is more faster and easier, and for him, so he become very tolerable with younger soul that he have to put up to a certain extent, and he's seeking for mature soul, advanced soul that can go to the next level, and that's where he's looking for that can communicate on a high level of cognitive intuition ability, which Richard is very naturally at, and therefore, without using word, without using anything, just by look or gesture, it's like a great understanding that so much information there is hard to put into word, and he like that type of people, that type of communication, because babysitting people, guiding them has been a long life work, but at the same time he himself is looking for personal cultivation, personal deep relationship with greater being, with greater knowledge. He looking outward now to cosmic knowledge, cosmic maturity, where he reaching, looking for that type of individual, whether it be extraterrestrial, whether it be human on that level, and that's what he want to fundamentally, practically seeking and open to such entertainment and such field of view, because for him basically bringing his mind, his consciousness to the level of babysitting and guiding those young souls is not his forte anymore, only if he have to do it. But his greatest joy, he looking for mature soul, greater soul that can take him, that reflect back him to greater level, because he gives so much now. He want to give a lot to himself now. He give too much to everybody. He realized he need to give a lot to himself for personal growth, for personal advancement, and Richard is at this level of advancement and contemplation and practicality. So therefore, this is where he at in his life. So he looking for mature soul to be in his world now. He don't want to babysit other anymore, only if he have to. But other than that, he want to be open and choose for mature soul, for mature group, for those who perceive things without having word. It's just cognitive intuition communication on at purest level of realism. So for him, it's like the overall view of thing. He perceived thing. There should be an efficiency to every relationship, and there's also a time to let go of babysitting and start self spiritual, scientific, and cognitive cultivation of a practical form in relationship now, with greater maturity, with higher level on it, higher intelligence, that will be more beneficial, because it's not too much stress anymore. He's Richard realized the time of service to other has come to a conclusion. Now it's time to self growth cultivation, and in equal quality with other mature soul. It's like graduating to the next level of experience for him, and that's what he's seeking currently at this moment in this life. And therefore he find that he becoming more discerning, more distinguished, more very precisely selective who he want to bring into his life, who he want to help now. Now it's more, everything is more efficient refining, because he realized those who will grow, he will know. Those who won't grow, he would just overstep or just point in the right direction, but not get involved directly anymore like before. And now he value himself more as he from present to forward timeline. He value himself more now, because he realized he has his limit too in helping people, in babysitting people. Now he want to progressively advance himself more, and to just be an example pretty much. Those who at his level will find him through him being example, by advertising himself to being a positive example. Those who does not recognize his cognitive habit of being example, they will just pass him by. That's he using the process of discerning and selection, basing on what people need now, and what he need. He just realized that he worked so hard before. Now he began to know his limit. Now he's giving value more to himself and giving value more to his limit, and know what he is capable of handling, because he don't want to be in a world of stress anymore, a world of heaviness anymore, a world of toxicity anymore, because it was not benefiting to his health. So he want to focus more on his health aspect and to grow, because he don't want to have any emotional expectation like before. He want just to go with the flow and to continue the journey toward being himself more and finding a mature soul that is equal to him. So we're going to advertise him to being an example for others, and pretty much those who recognize it, he will he will he will walk with them, and those who don't, they will just fall out by the wayside. He's looking for those who have the same goal, over goal, those who have the same understanding on cognitive intuition level, and it's just more an efficient way to communicate. It's less stress, and that's what he at the level of perceiving right now. So Richard, that will conclude of your reading of you, and like I say, you're working toward more in self-help, health, and also self-progression, and seeking for maturity, soul and group of soul, by being a positive example. That's how you teach now. Try being an example. So God may the universe bless Richard Hitman. Um, please advance him. Let him. Please bless him with the seven ray color to bless him. Let him become at peace and transform his stress into multiviral spirit out of his body, and let him heal. And please, universe, open the pathway for Richard Hitman to be completely happy and at peace from this day forward to the future, and let him attract and meet, manifest him mature soul and mature relationship, and that understand him at his level and beyond, and bless him at our time. Please, any black magic voodoo or anybody put black magic voodoo curse on him, please dissolve and bind the black magic, the voodoo, and dissolve and bind the entity and the teacher that put on him also. Please clear his pathway, let him his health become well-being, completely change all his internal organ and brain function and brain, and replace it with new brain, new function, new internal organ. Let him become healthy and transform all his sickness into multivitamin, let spiritual body, and to heal him completely. Thank you, my by the universe. Let Richard be blessed completely. Okay. Okay. Now, um, Mary. Now we're going to read Mary. Let me see what Mary said. Okay, very interesting. Okay, her telegram is Melody Bascom, but her name is Mary. Okay, okay, I see Mary. 5G Thunder Spirit, where the hell are you? You're supposed to be joining me? Okay. Okay. Here's the go. Now we begin the reading of Mary. Okay. What I'm perceiving right now, as Mary can see, she's a person who is have a lineage to traditional world of people of older time, like from the 1800 to the early 1900, in relationship, because what I'm seeing is connection to a world of older tradition and older time and older um, wisdom. And as I'm looking and understanding, I'm seeing a myriad form from a dressing in someone from the 1800 era, late 18 no, yeah, late 1800, early 1800, in a very traditional sense of dress, wearing a flower and flower hat. It's so interesting. It just, I'm looking at her life right now, is seeing her attuning to honorable soul and simple life, and also simple relationship, no complication. It's saying that Mary has lived in a world of less complication. She is more intuitive of traditional factor, and our this modern world that we have now, that she think is like she's seeing that she enjoy the simplicity of life more than the complexity of what's going on in the current world. And for her, she don't feel comfortable in a world where things are changing, um, very changing so fast, but instead for the better is becoming very toxic, and it does not gravitate to her at all. So therefore, her heart is always in a seclusive side of things, where she don't mind being by herself. She don't mind lighting the old thing the traditional way. She give it value, and she find it's more or less complicated to deal with, as more less stress, and it's more for her. It's like, for her it's like having a regular home, just garden. That's her piece of heaven. And the drama itself, she don't, not attuned to that. She don't have to have many friends. She can have one or two friends. She's happy with that. She like things in a very a subtle, a traditional way, not too complicated, because she don't find complication of life is more like it's actually stressing her out, and putting heavy heart, because things are changing so fast. Even she began to not too much look into the future. She might look into what is peace of mind, heart. And for her, it's like a traditional way of life, keeping things simple, keeping things less complicated. It's more easier to handle, because she can understand and cope with it completely. But as for her, did she do the only loner that she feel, that she's seeing that children is hurt, and this world is going crazy, and it's like it really stressed her out, because she loved this planet, and she's just thinking the time, the feeling of people, don't have to lock the door. They can open the door, and there's nobody, nothing being taken. She like that time, that kind of ages, where everybody trusts everybody, and there is no negativity, and people look out for each other. She enjoyed that kind of mentality and culture. But in comparing to this time, everyone is so selfish, so live in fear, so in xenophobia, and it's really kind of alien to her. And she is basically, she don't mind being alone, but unless she find like mind to talk to, one or two friends, she's okay. She's not fun too much having lots of friends, a lot of people. She don't give too much value of that, because she like to keep things very simple, very tame, and very acceptable from her experience and view. Again, Mary is a person who value older time, who value simpler time, who value simple relationship more, because to her it's having company, having good company that she try that is like mine, thing to share in a simple way without causing stress or fear, is that's her heaven, that her simplicity. And having a garden, having a simpler, even not per se that, not a night, but flower and gardening is something that is unique to her, and it brings her the greatest peace of mind. Yes, a pet or two is fine too, maybe a dog or a cat, but for her it's just simplicity that she trusts more in that, because all this mind game complication everyday society does not fit well with her, because it creates anxiety and stress, And that's why, and surrounding Mary, I see that she's one also into healing melody, other world in relationship to healing nature, herbal and medicine, which is she's in tune with that, and she like to learn a lot about that and pass on the knowledge to help remedy illness with herbal treatment with different spiritual modality is something Mary is also attuning to and like pretty much, and she's like to have a lot of um, relationship with those people who have that type of knowledge in herbal and spiritual medicine of that nature, energy medicine, and she like to correspond with such people, to basically to expand her horizon and her view in relationship to the metaphysical and exotic reality that she's open to, but she don't like to make herself known to her community that she's into that kind of world. It's just something that is private and sacred part of her that she is attuned and opening to. And furthermore, this thing that, like I said, she don't like to have a lot of people to know what's in her world. She like to keep everything more like seclusive or private, because for her it's like it's her peace of mind. It's less complications. She don't like to deal with people who troll, who being funny, who judgmental. She enjoy people who keep things in simple and practical form, and is she that person that's not believe anyone easy. She like to observe and watch and follow her intuitional guidance and go from there, and no one can convince her of anything, because she like to see things for herself and experience for herself, and she like to make her own judgment. But she's open mind, but she like to make her own judgment based on personal observation and experience. And this how she think, because she know that she like to keep things very less complicated, and she trusts that more the path which is least resistant. And she's right now trying to keep herself very grounded, very open minded as possible, but her intuition will let her tell who is bullshit and who is real, and she will know it. But she's always give the real one a chance to see what's going on, because she's gonna give that much, because her intuition told her so, and she just followed by that. And she had much wisdom to share for those who want to keep things simple, but those who like to go in the wild yarn, she let them be. So Mary's a person who take time to make certain decisions at the choice. She don't make decision choice overnight. She actually follow her deep intuition. She see herself very into many book, many subject, different dialogue, but she don't like to advertise or share that with a lot of people. Only with a friend or two who have win her relationship through spending time with each other. But as for trusting, no, Mary do not trust people. She like to see things for herself and experience things for her own self. She have her own curiosity, but she like to make her own personal judgment based on experience of that particular circumstance or event or that subject for her own eye, own ear, so she can make determine. But she's open minded to other people's viewpoint. But at the end, she's always gonna follow her viewpoint. Her intuition is more efficient, because when something go wrong, she can point to herself, not someone else. And she don't like to blame other people for what's going on in her life. She like to also take responsibility, and that's why she like to keep things as less complicated as possible. And she is open mind, but that she's not a fool. She's not here to believe people. She's here to hear them, and she follow intuition and check them out in her own way, and see, and time will tell who is who and who is not who. And that's how Mary see life. And the only struggle she have, she want to basically find what is real, find what who is real, and that's something she do. And that's why she go and research and visit and see things for herself, because she loves truth, and she will follow it in her own way, in the path which is less complicated. This is conclusion the reading of Mary. Thank you very much. By the may please bless Mary, change her stress in her life into positive and multivitamin, and also please bring blessing to her, the Sarah Carla Ray, and Please bring healing serum into it. Please change our internal organ and place with new internal organ. And please let it function very well. And please change your circumstance from negative to positive and increase her well-being, increase her peace of mind, increase her knowledge, increase her blessing on every level. And thank you very much, Mother May, for everything. And open the pathway uh, for her to our pathway for all her negativity, negative circumstance become positive, and please transform our circumstance from negative to positive and open the pathway to become what is more blessing, more joyful, more luck, more blessing on her life on every field that she wants to do. Completely bring peace and joy to her every day from this day on forward to the future. Okay. See that, honey? It is done. Mm-hmm. Okay, we better go now. Before we go, I want to check. Okay, we better go. Um, want to make sure we read it already. I don't want to miss someone because if we do miss someone, we do it the next time. Okay. Thank you, everyone. What should I do? Should I do a little levitation? I do later. But, okay, let's do a levitation. Levitation. Body may please transform my body become. Let it my body levitate and fly now. Body may please let my body levitate and fly now. Body may please let my body levitate and fly now. Body may please let my body levitate and fly now. Body may let my body levitate and fly now. Body may that protocol levitation and flying now is complete. Okay, invisibility. Body may please make my body invisible. Body may let my body become invisible. Body may let my body become invisible. Body may let my body become invisible. Body may that's complete invisibility session. Body may please transform my body to become the sun. Body may let me transform my body become the sun. Body may let my body be, body may transform my body become the sun. Body may transform my body become the sun. Body may complete sun transformation session. Wow, that was quick. Medbit. Body may activate Medbit healing protocol. Computer, please heal everyone now on the planet. Bottom A, computer, how many minutes? 10 minutes. Please compress it to 2 minutes. Honey, healing everyone on the planet. Just put the whole planet Earth in the med bed. Planetary med bed. Yeah, I put the whole planet in the med bed. So everyone on the planet get healing. Easier. Say 1 minute left. Thank you, quantum computer. That's conclude a medbed healing protocol. We shall return back to heaven. Bottom A, please activate serum injection protocol now. And please, honey, I'm going to inject out the healing serum to everyone on the planet, okay? So what I do, I see the device here. I see a ball like on my thumb, and I see a planet Earth. I see Seyoto planet Earth. So everyone, go ahead, inject super soldier serum, incredible hawk serum, healing serum, nanobot, phytobot, picobot serum, inject increase intelligence, increase the spirit soul serum now to everyone on the planet. So, honey, this everyone on the planet. That means even you receive it, including me and everyone on this planet, including the alien. How many minutes have complete? 5 minutes left. Computer, please compress the 5 minute to 30 seconds. It's affirmative. Okay, thank you, quantum computer. Soon recharge, reload, return back to heaven now. Okay, med done, injection serum done. Okay, Barame, please manifest healing drum. Healing drum, heal the planet. Fire, healing ray. Okay, thank you. Recharge, reload, return back to heaven. Manifest healing gun. Fire on the planet Earth with healing ray. Okay, recharge, reload, return back to heaven. Okay, healing drum done, healing that, injection that, med bed is done. Now, Barame, please activate purification blessing protocol with the satellite network, battle planet, moon planet, sun planet, and also with the magical ring 7 ray system network. Quantum computer, anything that is negative, purify them. And anything that is positive on this planet, bless them all. Now, do it. Also, keep hitting Calgary with antimatter whip, and they change the weather from cold to warm, from dark sky to clear sky completely. How many minutes till it's complete? 10 minutes. Okay, quantum computer, compress it, everything into 2 minutes. Acknowledge, okay. Thank you, honey, for accompanying me. Ừ. Khơi đây thơm này ai nghe. I'm glad. Mm-hmm. Throw. We're partner, we're husband and wife, we're also best friend. Also, you're my teacher, I'm your teacher. We both each other teacher and student. Okay, thank you very much, quantum computer. Reload, recharge, reload, reload, recharge, and please duplicate into 3 device. One transform into lion or ankle, the other one snake, multi snake, head or ankle. The other one is Antrinu or ankle, which is star ankle right now. Three divine being, please give me superpower, give me super magical power, super magical intelligence, and super magical health now. They give it to me. and give it to. Please give that same power to my wife, my mother, father-in-law, my children, and all over, and give everyone to this magical power to all my students and all the people on this planet as well, and any life on this planet as well, to let them have good super health, super magic power, and super intelligent. How many minutes until it's done? 10 minutes. Please compress it into 1 minute. Thank you. Rule number one, you exist. Rule number two, you here now. Rule number three, you're one with all that is all, is one is all. Rule number four, you send out, come back to you. Want something? Ask and blow and you will receive. Then we ask the bottom A. Rule number five, everything changes except rule 104 that does not change. Mission statement, to bless our life throughout the universe and to follow unimetric one directive at our time. Please, three, divine being, please become as one, and please return back to your natural form as the device. Recharge your low, return back to heaven now. That's it. Hi. Thank you, everyone. เธอเรือได้เอา Come on, I'm taking you with me. Thank you, everyone, for staying with me. Bye bye. See you next time.